Hey guys, uploading a customer email list into your Google Ads account has a lot of benefits, and I know that most of you are using Shopify. So today I'm gonna explain how you can export customer lists from Shopify and import them into Google Ads. So why would you want to do that? Well, the first big reason is simply the fact that you can retarget people who already bought from you, and you can also retarget people who are just on your newsletter who haven't bought from you yet with a different offer, let's say. And you can also create a list of higher LTV customers and export them and use them as either a remarketing list or a signal to target new people, which is a good segue to my second point. Why would you want to upload an email list into your Google Ads account as an audience? Is simply the fact that when you create campaigns, you can use these lists as signals that help Google find other people who are similar to your core audience. So this video will be very brief and it will be comprised of two steps. Step number one, we will export the email list from Shopify. And step number two, we will import them inside of Google Ads. So let's begin. We're now inside of our Shopify dashboard. Here we go to customers, and here you will see at the top right corner, you will see export, and you will click this. And if you want to export all of your customers, you click here, and I usually go with the first option here and click export. That's if you want to export all of them. If you want to export a segment of your audience, you can click here on filters here, and here you have already templates created if you don't want to create your own filter. For example, you can only export high value customers, and here you have also different options that you can choose from. So VIP customers, purchase products with a specific tag. So you can get very granular with this, and you would add that filter, and then the filter would reduce the amount of customers to a percentage of your overall base. And then once you export, it will take a few minutes for a CSV file to arrive at your email. And that's all for step number one. So let's go to step number two. Okay, so we're now in our Google Ads account, and here you would click Tools, and under Shared Library you have Audience Manager, and here you would click Create a Remarketing List, and you would select Customer List. For the data source for the customer list, you have three different options. So you can connect it to any feeds you have set up. In my case, we don't have a Google Sheet that would update itself, so we have to upload it manually. And then at this stage, you have to name the file. So I usually name it something like customer email exports, let's say the date, and then here you can select one of the three. So we will go with the first one, and then these are the instructions. You will get a CSV file with a lot of different fields, and what you'll have to do is delete all columns except these here. I'm gonna check inside my email if I already received the CSV file. Okay, so I opened the CSV file in Google Sheets. If you remember, we said we need these fields, then these can all go away. These columns we can delete right away. I will leave default address, and I'll explain in a second. So this one, and I will delete this here. And for some reason, I don't know why I have this column right here as default address, and then a phone column here when I see it seems like these are the actual phone numbers here. So I'm not entirely sure why this happens. But anyway, so we have first name, last name, email, and default address. We will delete this part because you also have to format the first field of the first row. Again, this will be country. So this is country, email, first name, last name. And now this is essentially zip code, if I'm not mistaken, or postal code. So we need zip. Yes, at default address zip code. So we delete this. Again, this has to also align with the fields up here. Now I have to decide which one to take from these two. So let's see. Okay, phone. I don't know why it's here, but okay, let's try this way. So I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna delete this, and let's see if it has to be, yeah, just phone. So we have phone, zip, country, and these are all the fields that we need to have included in order for the list to properly import. So let's say customer email export and date, whatever it is, and now we can download this file as CSV. And last step, here we would go to drop file here. I would select the file, upload. So as you can see, this is the right file that we selected. I'm gonna select this. I do not like to use a membership duration, and a description is not, like, I already know from the name, so I would just save and continue. Now we're just gonna wait for the file to upload. Okay, and now we have the result. So only 81,000 out of 81,775 were formatted correctly. So we got the vast majority, so 99.99 probably. And now we have the lists created. And what's left here is wait for the list to properly upload, and then it will show the exact size we can target on different Google Ads placements, so on search, YouTube, display, or Gmail. And as a bonus, I will also show how to now use these lists as either a signal or as a remarketing audience. Okay, so for a search campaign, let's say, or a YouTube campaign display, you would click inside of the campaign. As you can see, we're in the search campaign. And then here under audiences, keywords and content, you see audiences. So you click on audiences, and then you get to this point. And here you would select edit audience segment, and you can select campaign or ad group. We're gonna select ad group. So when we get here, you have two options. You can select targeting or observation. So observation is good if you don't want to risk targeting this audience yet before knowing how it's actually going to perform. So you can select observation, but in my case, we're going to target them because we want to remarket to these people. And here we will click browse and how they have interacted with your business. So you can also create like segments of either your data or interest from Google. In our case, we're going to select this part, and here we're going to select customer lists, and here we find our newly created customer email export, and we're going to select it and save. And that's pretty much it when it comes to how to select the CSV file from Shopify to target on Google, either using a search, YouTube, display campaign, what have you. Now, what you can also do is use the newly imported CSV file as a signal for a performance max or shopping campaign. Let's say we have a PMax running right here, and we're gonna go inside of our asset groups. Okay, so we're inside of an asset group of a PMax campaign, and now I'm gonna show you how you can select our newly imported CSV file of our email customers to act as a signal, which will help Google understand better who to target. So here under signals, you will see add your data. You would click here, and then a drop down will appear. And here we can see the newly exported email list that we created, and we would just select it. For audience signals inside of a PMax, I like to combine different sources of data. I essentially want to give Google as much data as possible as a signal. I have a whole tutorial on how to run PMaxes. I will put the link to my whole PMax video somewhere on the screen and also in the description of this video. Make sure to go check it out to learn more about how to run PMax properly. I hope this is valuable. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more from me and my tutorials. And I'm looking forward to helping you out in my next video, so make sure to tune in. Thank you and have a good one.